What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation. How you doing? Hope you're doing great. As usual, having fun. Life is good. Despite the challenges, despite the wishes of others, whatever it is you are passing through or whatever it is you are facing, always know no condition is permanent. No condition is permanent. You are permanent, but that condition is permanent. You can change that condition. You can relocate. You can have a rethink. You can make a move. You can do something. Yes, that's what makes you different from other things in this world, like the trees, animals. Even animals move. But you have the will and the mind to make things change for yourself better than them. And don't let that 5 killer wells, 5 killer wells. Number 1, fear. Number 2, worry. Number 3, competition. Number 4, comparison. And number 5, greed or covetousness. Don't let that killer well kill you. Don't entertain them. Live your life and enjoy your life. What if you die now? Think. I don't know where your village, but think about it. There must be somebody in your village that used to be great, used to appear to be the strongest man in your village, or that. People bow, people fear. Where is he today? He's dead. He's dead and gone. Made reincarnated. I'm trying to stop using the word dead because I found out it's from the white people. We don't die, we don't die, we transform. We reincarnate, just as the plants do. You cut it, it grow again. You cut it, it grow again. You keep doing that. So, enjoy your life and wish no one ill, wish no evil to anyone, wish no misfortune to anyone, as believers do. So I titled this, Believers Are Ill-Wishers. There are many things which you can help me to list them. Things that believers are, especially to you. If you are awoken, if you are among the woke nation, the awakened Africans, you must have been experiencing certain things from those people that used to be your family friends. I use the term used to be because the moment you don't believe what they believe, the moment you detach yourself from their religion, it becomes their enemy. You becomes their target, even in their prayers. They be praying for something to happen to bring you back. Using example they read in their book, especially in the Bible, where they will tell you God will turn somebody into animal for not giving him glory. Oh, the angel of the Lord struck somebody and his stomach, worm ate him up and they died. They begin to, the terrible things recorded in the Bible to keep them afraid, to keep them in bondage. And they not that their family and friends don't really love you. Let me use their word love. They love you, but they think you are going astray. They think you are backsliding. They think you want evil to happen to you. And their wish will tell you why they are believers. They are believers because they have fear of death, fear of evil, fear of curse, fear of wrath of God. So they think if you leave, that curse will come upon you. If you leave, God will punish you. If you leave, so they don't want to see you suffer, although they are suffering. But they don't see that they are suffering because they tell them in everything they should give thanks. They tell them to always not blame God, to always see that God is good. It doesn't matter how you are suffering, but know or believe or say God is good. And you can say God is good while you're suffering. You cannot feed yourself well. You are begging for money. You are expecting somebody to come and give you miracle money or miracle food, yet you said God is good all the time. And I've been saying that any God that need to walk through somebody to bless you is useless. It's not, that God does not exist. That God is not real. A God that have to use human being to pass his message, a God that has to use human being to help another human being, a God that have to use human being to do anything or do his bidding, that God is non-existent and useless in reality. I've been saying that if you're angry, God, that you are God, it cannot do anything. The same way the prophet Odumeje is challenging the native daughters, is the same way I'm challenging all the men of God, all of them, women and men of God, all the prophets and prophetesses of God, all of them, and challenging them. If their God is real, let them say something that will happen to me and give me a specific date and time it will happen to prove that their God exists. I don't spend my time again talking about something prove the existence of God. That's bullshit. The true existence of God, so long rationale is different, so long logic is different. Rationale is concerned. So long logic is concerned, so long reason is concerned, is God himself, the presence of God, God himself, not feeling his presence, seeing him, touching him. If you cannot see God, stop worshiping that God. You say, no, but can you see the air? Is God air? God is supposed to be the one that created the air. So how are you comparing the creator with the creature? No, the creator is supposed to have power to do all things, since he's the one that has power to create the creature itself in the first place. So that is the matter. You tell me your God can do this. Stop telling me. Let your God do it. Tell me the date. Tell me the time your God will do it. Let's see. You cannot do that because you are an impostor. You are preaching the God you have not seen or nor can see. You are just saying things for saying sake, because somebody made you to say it, not because it's real. No, not because you can prove it. Oh boy, stop that shit. Am I the one that blocked the road? So when you cannot see a God that he said, this God have power to do all things, why is it impossible? Think, why is it impossible for that God to show up and speak for himself? You are the one speaking and fighting for that God. You know why? Because you are a coward. You are afraid of the wrath of God they preach to you. You have not seen any wrath of God falling on anyone except the one written in the book. You have not seen it in reality. But when something that happened to everyone else happened to somebody that don't believe in your God, you say it's because they don't believe. Because that's your wish. You wish that whosoever does not believe in Jesus will perish. That's your wish. You are a wisher as a believer because you can prove what you believe. And when somebody confronts you with fact, you wish them ill. You wish bad evil will happen to them. You wish misfortune will happen to them. Oh, your business is not making it. It's because you don't believe in God. Oh, your business is going down. It's because you don't believe in Jesus. You have not given your life to Jesus. Oh, you are this, you are that, and it's not normal. It's because you don't have faith in God. It's because you can't pray, or because you are not praying. Or they want you to agree with them in their illusion, and if you say no, then they wish you ill. It's automatic with them. They are ill wishers by default. Look at the Muslims. They wish you ill if you don't believe in the teachings of Islam. If you don't believe that Muhammad is the last prophet of God, they wish you ill. And they will physically kill you for that. Now also Christians, it is by default. They will wish you ill. If you don't believe in Jesus, devil will get you. The devourer will devour you if you don't pay tithe, all that. So in them, they don't know what they worship. The same way they don't know what they wish you. When they come to their senses, they will never wish you ill. No, religious people are not evil. It is religion that made them evil. Let me say it again. Religious people are not evil. It is religion that made them evil because faith is fake. And when you build your life on faith, which is fake, everything about you will be fake. You'll be faking everything. You'll be faking everything. You will think fake is real and real is fake. You'll be attacking truth and embracing lies. Somebody will sit down teaching you, sit you down and teaching you shit, rubbish, and you are saying, yeah, he's making sense. Does that person have two heads? No, you don't need to sit under anyone to teach you anything. No, you don't, including myself. I can encourage you. I can speak whatever I want, but you are the one that will change your life. You are the one that will change your condition. You are the one that will change your situation. You are the one that will do what works for you. There is no A to Z to how we live in this world. What works for me may not work for you. That's why we want you to think for yourself. That's what is different between the woke nation and the believers. That's what is different between believers and knowers. We don't tell you what to think. No, we only ask you to think. Think for yourself. In your relationship, there is no other relationship that is like your relationship. What happened to somebody else in their relationship must not happen to you. That's why you don't need comparison. You don't need competition. You don't need fear. You don't need worry. Settle with whoever is in relationship with you. Try to understand that person. It's very simple. Understanding. When I understand you, we relate well. When we don't understand, even though we hold the same ideology, we'll still be fighting among us because of lack of understanding. But when we have that good understanding, despite our faults, despite our flaws, we still flow together. And that's why they tell you, do not lean on your own understanding. No, you need to lean on your own understanding. Understand what you believe. Understand what they preach. Understand. If you don't understand, you will just be a blind believer. And blind faith does not give you intelligence. It shows you are still a moron despite your level of education. That's why we have many educated fools today. Or you call them educated faith fools. You were educated, you still living by faith. Why you get whatever that makes you putting food on your table by facts or by walking by sight. Ill-wishers, believers are. They tell you, I love you, God bless you, but they are wishing evil thing to happen to you to prove that you did not believe what they said. You did not accept their God. That's why they say, if you don't believe, you will perish. You will go to hell. You will burn in hellfire. You have to believe Jesus. And you see parents teaching their children that bullshit. They haven't been to hell. They don't know the location of hell. They don't know the address of hell. But because somebody said that, and they have seen the little hell given to them by their oppressors, they say, if it will be like this, imagine how hellfire will be. Have you not heard them say that? He said, if you cannot put your hand in the fire, imagine where you'll be burning forever, and you believe that nonsense. And you believers, you that believe in the Bible, where in your Bible, in the beginning that God created hellfire as he created heaven and earth? Bible tell you, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. Did he mention hellfire there? Can't you think it is the church that created hellfire? And the most Islam, they also put it in Islam, because Christianity was created first before Islam, just as Judaism was created first before Christianity. All of them are based of same feather. It's the same white man that created these two religions to rule over the people. They show wickedness. They created hellfire to instill that fear of hellfire, fear of destruction. You are living in fear when you say you are somebody of faith. When you say you have faith, you are living in fear. Every faith is rooted in fear. There's no faith without fear. Every of them. That's why they can tell you in faith that the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. Why they tell you at the same time that fear brings torment. So the fear of God torments the believers. They must believe because they fear God's wrath. They must believe because they fear God's cause. They must believe because they don't want God to get angry and start killing them, because that God is a bloodsucker. Jehovah is a bloodsucker. Yahweh is a bloodsucker. Allah is bloodsucker. Jesus is bloodsucker. Every angel of God, they are bloodsuckers. Read their book and see how they have been killing. They demand human sacrifice. They demand your happiness. They don't want you to be happy. There is no God that people worship that want you to be happy unless you do their bidding. And one of their biddings is to kill. Hate your brothers and sisters. Kill your brothers and sisters that don't want to believe. You have heard of Muslims killing their own sisters because she wants to marry a Christian. You have heard some Muslim women killed or tortured or thrown out of the house because they are having a relationship with a Christian. And these people they suck the same breast. You say, my sister will never marry somebody that is not a Muslim. He is not wicked as human being, but faith made him wicked. And begin to wish evil to his sister. Begin to wish misfortune to his sister. And if you marry, they want that marriage not to survive. They don't want peace in that marriage. Christians do the same thing also. If you are working Africans that used to be a Christian, tell me about your relationship with your family. Especially when you are poor. Don't mind those of us that are living in abroad. You know, our family members will still bow because we are living in abroad, period. But you are living in Nigeria and you don't have something meaningful doing, or in any part of Africa, you don't have your business. They know, man, they will show you evil. They will not only wish it, they will show you evil. And that's what we must do also. Those of us awakened that are in position also, we will tell them, if you don't deny God and Jesus, I'm not giving you also. One of my brothers is starting to see me, follow me now. It's working. It's not a joke. We must kill religion in Africa. We must kill faith in Africa. That's why you can see African wishing ill at another African because of Christianity, because of Islam, because of Judaism. I'm a Hebrew Israelite now. I'm a Jew. I'm a Christian. I'm a Muslim. If you are not, you are unbeliever. If you are not, you are Satan. If you are not, you are a devil. If you are not, you are a sinner. And if you are a sinner, you are worthy to be killed. You are worthy to be hated. You are worthy to be disassociated with. And you see people you think that we know better. That's when you will see that wisdom does not depend on how long somebody have lived. Some people, all those elders that have lived all their life as Christians, Muslims or Jews, they are morons. They are not wise. They are not wise. True wise African, we trash Christianity, trash Islam, trash Judaism, and tell you, no, this is how our people do it. And they stand by it. Regardless who is angry, regardless who is attacking them. Believers are ill-wishers. They were not born so. In the beginning of their life, it was not so. Bring children together, you see, they will not be fighting. In the playground, they'll be playing. But when they grow up, they begin to say, I belong to, I'm Anglican, I am Catholic, I am Methodist, I am Pentecostal, I'm evangelical. They begin to wish ill to each other. They begin to mock each other. It is time you wake up to know that as a believer, you are wishing ill to those who you call unbelievers. Muslims wishing ill to Christians. Christians wishing ill to Muslims. And when a Christian tell me I am going to hell, when a Muslim tell me I am going to hell, I laugh in Arabic language. No. Christians here gonna hell of Muslims. And the Muslims will gonna hell of Christians. You have to be a believer to go to hell, because that's what they wish you. If you don't believe in them, you are going to hell. If you don't believe in their stuff, you are going to hell. Understand that you are ill wisher as a believer. Whether you are my parent, whether you are my brother, whether you are my sister, my friend, whoever you are, if you are a believer, if you believe in God, you are ill wisher. I've been saying that love of God is the root of all evil. The love of God is the root of all evil. The reason why believers wish you ill is because they love God. And they love God so much that they fear the wrath of God will come upon them. So if you don't believe what they believe, they are wishing you ill. God, touch him. God, arrest him. How do you arrest people? Do you arrest people giving them tea? I arrest you with this cup of tea. No, you put their hand behind them. And that's what they're wishing you. Oh, you used to be a preacher. You used to be a Christian. You are no more. Jesus will arrest you. God will arrest you. And if you are from a place like Nigeria, you will know what it means to get somebody arrested. It means that person is evil. It means that person is wicked. It means that person has committed a crime. It means that person is a suspect. And that's what believers, or what you are to believers. That's what you are to Christians. That's what you are to Muslims. That's what you are to Jews. Although they will say, God have mercy on you. No, they are saying it with their mouth, but in their heart, which is where they are that wicked, in their heart. Because religion made them accept that. They surrendered their willpower to religious garbage. They surrendered their power of believing to religious garbage. Then somebody that is supposed to be dear to them, they trust. But somebody that does not exist, called God or Jesus, they embrace. Have you seen that God? No. Have you seen that Jesus? No. Why do you believe in God and Jesus? Because the word says so. If I don't believe, I will perish. They tell me, God so loved me. He gave his son. His son died for me. How can I treat him bad when he gave his son? Can't you think? If God has power, he's not supposed to give his son to save you. If God exists and have power, that God have any sense in him, he's not supposed to kill. Have you killed any of your child to save your other children? If you believe that God gave his son to save the world, then why not use one of your children to do money ritual, to be rich, so you can pass riches to your other children? You will not do that. You are against it, but that's what you have believed that is true in Christianity. It's time you wake up, my people. Believers are ill wishers, theists. They wish evil happen to you. And that's why that fool said the truth in Psalm chapter 14 verse 1. He said in his heart, because he was too afraid to say with the mouth. Just as many Christians or many believers are today, they know the truth in them, but they're saying it with their mouth, there is God, but in them, there's no God. But their action is the living proof that there is no God. The fool saw that the people that believe in God, they are corrupt, they are cruel, they are heartless, they have done no good, they keep killing each other, they keep killing and possessing other people's possession. He said in his heart, there is no God. And that's where you can tell yourself the real truth in your heart. You have to be that fool to believers to say the truth. When you say it with your mouth, they say you are a fool, but in your heart, in their heart, they don't know what to say. But many priests are fools that are saying in their heart there is no God. Many pastors, many ministers, many Christians, in their heart they tell themselves the truth. Even some of them, they saw it in the dream, there is no God. They wake up, begin to pray, bind and cast. Any spirit that want to make me believe there is no God, I bind. It's better to be a fool than to be a believer. Be a sincere fool. Believers can never be sincere. They are hypocrites. They are impostors. And they are ill-wishers.